Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm here in Milan and I'm joined by Etienne Graindor from Calypso Networks. Etienne, thank you for stopping by to chat.
Thanks.
You start by giving me an outline for the presentation that you've just given in the Future Cities session.
Well, I'm not too much philosopher in this way, but what I try to explain is that in the year 60s, we met the first problem of congestion in the cities, and at that time, reaction has been not yet to block the individual traffic, but to build infrastructure for public transport. The underground of Milan, of the one of Brussels, are dating of this period. People thought that the metro was something reserved for big cities like Paris, Berlin. No, it was not the case. Cities of 1 million inhabitants can have a metro. But if you build a metro, you don't need to remain or to keep the line on surface. You block the line at the different transit stations with the metro. Secondly, we thought that we had railway infrastructure, why not to use it for urban and suburban purposes? So you had a new offer of transport, integrated different offers dated from the private period up to the end of the war. And people were looking like cat and dog, saying, no, it's my customer. So now we had to integrate.
Right.
And that was the first revolution, to integrate the offer and to provide people with commercial proposals like integrated season tickets.
Yeah.
That was for me the first revolution.
Yeah.
Now what we see now, and I accelerate the evolution with introduction of a smart card, an NFC telephone and so on, that you have a comeback to the city for economical reason. Young people prefer limit their surface to live in it. You have more monoparental families, that's the evolution. And you come back to densify, to a densification to the city, of the cities.
Yeah.
This means that we cannot just look at the old part of Milan. You don't have car park facilities in buildings. And the streets just offer one or two places in front of the home, of the building. So people say no and think that it's no more a must, it's no more an obligation, it's no more valuable to own a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they refuse, you will change that they deny to use the individual transport, but they don't own the car. They hire a car, and this means that in the future, and that's what I called in my presentation the second revolution, you are not only in a situation where you integrate the public transport offer, but now you have to integrate the different mode of transport, individual or public.
Okay.
And so you have to develop, and that's a big challenge for the future, an integration of the application already existing for public transport, already existing to access to restricted zones, or already existing for sharing cars, to prepare the booking of your car, to reserve it, to book the destination car. All that must be or will be integrated. This means that we need more and more smartphones, not because it's an NFC telephone, but because it's a computer. And it's a communication channel. You know, you need to manage your mobility.
So that combination of individual mobility and managed through something like a smartphone device. In London, we have bicycles that you can access on your smartphone, and it will tell you where there are spaces and where there are bikes you can pick up and those kind of things. Do you think this change and this demand is more true in old cities like Milan, or do you think it's also the case in the urbanization we see in newer cities, new regions like Abu Dhabi, for example, or in Africa, or
It's,
where people
it's
are
clear,
moving to
it's clear what we
urban
see
environments.
in the Emirates. With Wise Media, we can speak about the Emirates. The new cities have large avenues. They have probably a proportion of surface devoted to traffic, which is higher than in old, what we call old cities like Milan or Brussels. But see what's happened in Dubai. They already built a real underground line for underground. It's a viaduct, but it's fully segregated. Though they turn
that corner,
they see the future. It's not the case in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is still thinking toward road tunnel.
Towards road, and they haven't built the cities with public transport already in, which to me for a new city seems quite strange. And with respect to Calypso networks, where do they fit in this ecosystem?
Well, Calypso, just remind 2 words, Calypso Networks Association is a non-profit association of Belgian law which follow an European-supported project, which was Calypso. Calypso represents for the moment some 80 million of cards. Paris, all Belgium, Portugal, a lot of cities in Italy like Milan and so on. And we prepare, with some revenue coming from the royalties, from the patents, we prepare the future. So we already have a Calypso on Java. This can be integrated in SIM cards.
Okay.
So you see, we prepare
the infrastructure for the integration.
The future. That's the it's a software, and if you don't maintain the software, it disappears in 5 years. So that's why Calypso Networks Association exists.
Okay. Well, Etienne, thanks for talking to me. Thanks for your time today. Very enjoyable presentation, and hope we can speak again soon. Thank you, Etienne.